Namaskar. Hello my student, nice to meet you again and welcome to my channel Wista Wardana. My name is Mr. Agus. How are you today? I hope all of you are fine. Because today I would like to explain you about the answer of the previous exercise, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Before I continue the video, I would like to invite you to pray together. I hope we are blessed by God as long as study today. Let's pray together. Dear God, please bless myself, my teacher, and my friend, so we will understand the lesson that we will get today. Dear God. Okay, so for today, I would like to explain you again about the answer of the previous exercise, because I know some of you still not understand about the chapter 1 and chapter 2 topic before. And I hope after you watch this video, you can more understand about those topic again. And let's go to the explanation.
So this is your first exercise in this semester about chapter 1 to learn about numbers. And then let's try to answer the question in number 1. There are the place value in 8-digit number. Oh, this is so easy for you. I think all of you already know the answer, and the right answer is D, 8. And then the second question, in 9-digit number there are periods. Yes, one period there are 3 place value in one period. So if we have 9-digit number, it means we have 3 periods. So the answer is C. The next one, 4,320,758. Write in figure, it will be. So if you got the question like this, I suggest you to check last 2-digit number and the first 2-digit number. In the last 2-digit number, you have to get 58. Which one 58? Yes, A and B. We have 58. But in the first 2-digit number, you have to get 4,320,000. So 4,000,003. So you have to get 43 in the first 2-digit number. So the answer is A. This is the tips for you if you got the question like this again. And then the next question, if this number write in words, it will be. Same like before, you have to check the last 2-digit number first, and you have to get 57 in the last 2-digit number. This is 57, 57, 57, 57. Wow. So A, B, C, and D are possible become right answer. And then the first 2-digit number is 94. So you have to check which one we 9 and 4 in this case. 90,400,000. Wow. And then before you get the answer, you can put a point in every 3-digit number. So this one point, this one point, and then you have to check which one that has 94 as the first word. So we got this one, 94. So the answer is B. Okay, let's continue. The short form, I think this is easy for you. The short form of this expanded form is, you have to check carefully. After 1, we have 5. So this is 1 million, because there are 6 zeros after 1. So after that you got 500,000. Which one that has 1,500,000 in the answer? So the answer is this one, B, because this is matched with the expanded form given. The expanded form given is 1,500 and 4,829. Move to the next one. The expanded form of 4,710,896. So this is easy to know. The answer is B, because the first option so much zero in the answer, and then in number C option we have wrong answer, and number D is wrong also. So the right answer is B. And then after that, look at the next question. The place value of 6 in the number given is, so if you got the question like this, you have to put a point in every 3-digit number, start from the lowest place value. So you easy to know the place value of every number are there in the numbers given. And then in this case, the answer is 10,000, because 6 put in 1,000 period. Yeah, so the answer is 10,000. After that, the number that is showing the place value of 1 million in the numbers given is, yeah, you have to put a point in every 3-digit number, start from the lowest place value. So 1 million is 2 in this case. That's showing by 2. So the answer is C. Next, the smallest of 9-digit number is. So in this case, you have to check carefully the numbers given that has 9-digit number. Start from number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 6-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is the 9-digit number. And the 9-digit number given same as the smallest 9-digit number. So the answer is C. Next. The greatest of 8-digit number is, the greatest of 8-digit number, similar like before, you have to check which one in the option is the member of 8-digit number. Start from the first option, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you got A as the answer. No need to check the other again. And then the next question about comparing two numbers given. This is very important for you. You have to know how to compare two numbers given, and if you the question that involving large number like this, you have to check start from the uh, first step. The first step is find their digit first. And the first number we have 8-digit number, and the second number is 7-digit number. Easy to know the answer is greater than because 8-digit number is always greater than 7-digit number. No need to check the other number again. Next, okay, use the answer way to get the answer of this question. In the first number we have 7-digit, and the second number we have 8-digit. So easy to know the answer is less than. I think that is not difficult for you. You can get the answer easily. The next one, in the first number we have 8-digit number, and the second number we have 8-digit number also. So after you got the both number given are same digit, so you have to check start from the highest place value. In this case, in the highest place value we have 6 in first number and 8 in the second number, so the answer is less than. No need to check the other digit again. And then the next one, the first number is 7-digit number, the second number is 7-digit number also. And then if you check one by one, start from the highest place value, all of the digits are same, so the answer is equal to or same. Continue with the next question. The next question, in the first number we have a 7-digit number, and the second number is 7-digit number too. And then check one by one, start from the highest place value. In the highest place value we have 2, same, and the next one is 8, same, and the next one is 9, same, and the next one is 1, and this one is 0. So the first number is greater than the second number. No need to check the other place value. That's why I told you about comparing two numbers given, and I give you 2 steps to get the answer about this question. Okay, this is the question about addition problem that involving large number. I think this is easy for you. You can answer this question easily, but the most important thing is how to count carefully, because this is easy question but need more focus of you when you count to get the answer. Same like before, so I think no need to explain about addition and subtraction that involving large number. And same like addition and subtraction, this is about multiplication. The meaning of product is multiplication of two numbers given. So I think you can get the answer easily, and move to next question about Roman numeral. This is important for you because I think almost of you forget about Roman numeral that you had learned in grade 3 3 years ago. So I would like to discuss about this question. In this question, we have 1569. If you want to change the question, the number given into a Roman numeral, you have to write its expanded form first. So the expanded form is 1000 plus 500 plus 60 plus 9. And then after that, you have to change its number in its place value become Roman numerals. And the first one, 1000, you can change by M, and then 500 you can change by D, and 60 changed by L and X, and 9 changed by IX. So the answer of this question is M, D, L, X, I, X. This is the Roman numerals of 1569. So, like I told you before, you have to change the number given into its expanded form first before you change the number given into Roman numerals. This is important for you, don't forget it. Let's move again to the next question, or the last question in this exercise. We have the value of this one, okay, and then what is the value of Roman numerals given? So you have to analyze one by one. Start from the leftmost place. We have D. After D, we have C. D equal to 500 and C equal to 100. If C put before D, it will be addition result. So this is 600, because 100 plus 500 equal to 600. And then after that we have XC. C put after X, it means the value of XC is their difference. So their difference is 90, because 100 subtract by 10 equal to 90. After that we have VII. VII means 7. So the answer is 697. I think this is easy. So try more similar question again in the future to make you more understand about this topic. Okay, let's continue to the second exercise about chapter 2. Chapter 2 about to learn about factors and multiples. So this is not something new again, because all of you already learned about multiples and factor in grade 4. And then let's try to answer the whole question in exercise 2 together. Start from the number 1. The example of even number is, so this is easy for you. The even number is 8. Even number artinya bilangan genap. Next, the second question. Prime number is the number that has berapa faktor bilangan prima itu? Ya, faktornya 2. Next, the example of composite number is, jadi yang manakah yang disebut dengan bilangan komposit? Bilangan komposit adalah bilangan yang memiliki lebih dari 2 faktor atau merupakan lawan dari bilangan prima. Jawabannya adalah 15. Yes. The following pair of number which is example of coprime numbers is, nah, yang mana yang di sini yang merupakan pasangan bilangan yang disebut coprime, bilangan coprime. Nah, bilangan coprime adalah bilangan yang hanya memiliki satu faktor, yaitu 1. Dan di sini yang memiliki satu faktor adalah C, 7 dan 15. Kalau yang lainnya memiliki lebih dari satu faktor, ya. And then, the next question, the large number below that divisible by 2 is... Nah, ini adalah hal yang tidak baru juga. Jadi, semua sudah kalian pelajari. Cuma harus Mister ingatkan lagi tentang test of divisibility. Nah, jadi untuk bilangan yang habis dibagi 2, syaratnya adalah digit terakhirnya harus bilangan genap. Jadi, di antara ini, jawabannya adalah D. Next, the following number that example of multiple of 3 is... Nah, jadi kalau yang kelipatan 3, kalian harus cari bilangan-bilangan yang diberikan itu yang mana digitnya itu jika dijumlahkan hasilnya adalah kelipatan 3. Contoh, yang nomor option A 406708 jika dijumlahkan hasilnya menjadi 4 tambah 0 tambah 6 itu 10 tambah 7 17 tambah 8 25. 25 itu bukan bilangan yang habis dibagi 3. Jadi bukan itu jawabannya. Next, yang nomor B 400081 jika dijumlahkan semua digitnya itu menghasilkan angka 13. 13 bukan kelipatan 3. Lanjut, yang nomor C 308215. Jadi 3 tambah 8 11, 11 tambah 2 jadi 13, 13 tambah 1 14, 14 tambah 5 19. Bukan lagi. Dan yang terakhir 156 berarti 1 tambah 5 6 tambah 7. Jadi 13 tambah 2 15 tambah 9 24 dan tambah 0 ya tetap 24. Jadi jawabannya adalah D, karena hanya D yang jika dijumlahkan semua digitnya hasilnya adalah bilangan kelipatan 3. Jadi 187,290 is divisible or multiple of 3. Next, the number that divisible of 4 if its last 2 digit titik-titik. Jadi apa yang jadi tanda bilangan tersebut habis dibagi 4? Jadi yang bilangan yang habis dibagi 4 itu adalah bilangan yang 2 digit terakhirnya itu adalah kelipatan 4 atau habis dibagi 4. Jadi jawabannya adalah D, divisible by 4, ya. Next, the example of the number that divisible by 8 is... Jadi, bilangan yang habis dibagi 8 adalah bilangan yang 3 digit terakhirnya itu 0. Jadi, jika yang 3 digit terakhirnya 0 ini, kita gampang bisa lihat jawabannya adalah B, ya. Terus cara lainnya gimana, Mister? Cara lainnya tinggal lihat 3 digit terakhirnya apabila kelipatan 8, berarti itu bilangan tersebut bisa dibagi 8. The sample of the number that divisible by 10 is... Wah, ini paling gampang. Jadi, bilangan yang habis dibagi 10 adalah bilangan yang digit terakhirnya adalah 0. Jadi, jawabannya adalah C. Next, the number below which is the example of prime number is... Nah, yang mana yang merupakan bilangan prima? Nah, di sini kita bisa cek dengan mencari bilangan-bilangan tersebut dibagi menjadi bilangan-bilangan primanya. Contoh 120. Ada nggak faktornya selain 1 dan 120? Ya ada, karena dia habis dibagi 2, berarti bukan. Terus yang nomor B 138. Dia itu habis dibagi 2. Jadi bukan juga. Terus yang nomor C 171 memang tidak habis dibagi 2. Tapi jika kita jumlahkan digitnya 1 tambah 7 tambah 1, kita dapatnya 9, dan 9 habis dibagi 3. Jadi 171 itu habis dibagi 3. Jadi dia bukan bilangan prima. Jadi jawabannya adalah D, 193. And then the next question, the prime factorization of 90 is... Nah, to get the answer of this question, you have to remember about what you had learned in grade 4. 90, you can find the prime factorization of 90 by divided 90 until the remainder is 0. Is 1. So divided by 2. The divisor is prime number only, yeah. So this one we get 45, and then divided by 3 because 55 is not divisible by 2. So you have to choose the other prime number, and you can choose 3, and the answer is 15. And then after that you can choose 3 again because 15 divisible by 3, you got 5, and then you can divide it by 5 because 5 is not divisible by 3, so you choose the other prime number, especially 5, because 5 divided by 5 equal to 1, and then the remainder is 1. Stop the process, and whole prime number that you used to divide 90, we call prime factorization of 90. So 2 times 3 times 3 times 5, the answer is B. The answer is B, okay? Okay, move to the next question. The next question, we have the HCF problem. HCF of 28 and 49. And if you got the question like this, you can use division method because no need to use the continuous division method. You can answer this question by division method quickly. So 28 divided by and 49 divided by 2, and you got 14, and 49 still 14, and then after that divided by 2 again, you got 7, and this one still 49, and then after that you divided by 7, you got 1 and 7, and the last process divided by 7 again, you got 1 and 1. And then you have to use the prime number that can divide it both of them. So you have to put a sign that can divide it both of them into the prime number that can divide it both of them, and only one here. We got 7 because 7, the first 7 divided 7 become 1, and divided 49 becomes 7. So the answer is C. Okay, next LCM problem. The LCM of 12 and 7 is, okay, because 7 is prime number and 12 is not prime number, you can find the LCM of 12 and 7 by multiply 12 and 7. If you multiply 12 and 7, you will get 84. So the answer is D. I discussed the answer quickly because all of you already learned about this topic before. Let's move to the next question. What is the HCF of 240 and 384? So in this case, I suggest you to use continuous division method. Jadi jika menggunakan continuous division method, yang paling besar angkanya harus digunakan sebagai dividend dan yang kecil dijadikan divisor. Jadi 240-nya membagi 384 ya. Mister salah buat. Oke, ulang. Jadi 384 dibagi 240. Oke, jika dibagi, jadi hasilnya di sini 1, ini jadi 240. Jadi dikurangi sampai sisanya itu 0. Jadi ini 4, 8 kurang 4, 4, ini 144. Nah, karena 240 sudah nggak bisa membagi 144, jadi gunakan teknik berikutnya, yaitu 240-nya yang sekarang menjadi dividend dan the last remainder-nya jadi divisor. Jadi 144 240 dibagi 144. Ini jadinya 1, jadi ini 144 dikurangi saja. Jadi 0 kurang 4 nggak bisa, jadi 10 kurang 4, 6. Terus ini jadi 3 karena dari pinjam 1, jadi 13 kurang 4 itu 9. Ini jadi 1 kurang 1, 0. Jadi 96. Lanjut, karena belum 0, dilanjutin lagi prosesnya. Jadi 144 yang sekarang jadi dividend. Jadi 96 dikali 1, hasilnya jadi 96, dikurangi saja, jadi 14 kurang 6 hasilnya 8, terus ini 13 kurang 9 jadi 4, jadi 48. Wow, belum 0 juga. Lanjutkan lagi prosesnya, jadi 96 yang sekarang jadi dividend. Nah, 96 dibagi 48, hasilnya adalah 2, jadi dapatnya 96, hasilnya jadi 0. Jadi HCF-nya adalah last divisor. The last divisor is 48. Gitu. Oke, selanjutnya soal yang sama, yang mirip dengan yang tadi ya. Jadi kita punya soal seperti ini, 1225 dan 875, HCF-nya berapa? Jadi kalian harus cari dengan cara yang tadi biar gampang dan cepat. Jadi 1225-nya dibagi 875 ya, sampai sisanya 0. Jadi kali 1 875. Jadi 1225 dikurangi dengan 875. Hasilnya menjadi 350. Nah, habis itu dibagi lagi 875-nya sekarang menjadi dividend dan 350-nya jadi divisor. Jadi dikali 2 jadinya 700 ya. 700 ini jadinya dikurangi 175. Nah, karena belum 0 jadi dilanjutkan 350-nya yang jadi dividend dan 175-nya jadi divisor. Nah, ini bisa kita dapatkan 2. Jadi 175 kali 2 itu 350. Jadi sudah langsung hasilnya sisanya 0. Jadi HCF-nya adalah menjadi the last divisor. Jadi the last divisor dalam kasus ini, dalam soal ini adalah 175. Oke. Lanjutkan soal berikutnya. Soal berikutnya kita punya soal seperti ini. Nah, kalau soalnya 2 digit kita boleh gunakan division method aja biar cepat. Jadi 25, habis itu 40, habis itu 60. Ya, dibagi aja. Langsung dibagi 2 bisa dapat 25, di sini 20, di sini 30. Dibagi 2 lagi dapatnya 25, di sini 10, di sini 15. Dibagi 2 lagi, di sini dapatnya 25 tetap, di sini 5, di sini 3. Lanjut berikutnya dapatnya dibagi 3 aja, jadi di sini 25, masih 25 ya. Terus di sini masih 5 juga, di sini 1. Dan yang berikutnya dibagi 5. Dibagi 5 hasilnya di sini 5, di sini 1, di sini 1. Dan proses terakhir yaitu dibagi dengan 5 lagi. Ya, jadi semuanya sisa 1. Lalu LCM-nya adalah tinggal dikalikan. Jadi 2 kali 2 kali 2 kali 3 kali 5 kali 5. Jadi 2 kali 2 kali 2 itu sudah 8 kali 3 24 kali 5 itu adalah 120 kali 5 jadi 600. Jadi jawabannya 600 ya. Tuh. Oke, harusnya paham. Lanjut. The HCF of 1152 and 1664 is 128. So, the LCM of them is, nah caranya di sini ya biar gampang, gunakan hubungan antara HCF dan LCM. Jadi, kita bisa cari LCM-nya dengan cara bilangan pertama 1152 dikalikan dengan 1664 dibagi dengan hasil HCF-nya yaitu 128. Dan ini bisa disederhanakan ya. Jadi 1664 dibagi 128. Hasilnya adalah 13. Jadi ini jadi 13 ya, ini 1. Jadi hasilnya adalah LCM-nya adalah 13 dikali 1152 atau 1152. Jadi jawabannya 14.976. Nah, karena ini latihan, jadi kalian bisa menggunakan kalkulator ya. Tapi kalau ulangan ya jangan. Jadi jawabnya ini. Oke, next. Soal berikutnya. Nah, soal berikutnya ini tentu saja ini sudah tidak bisa menggunakan cara lain selain relation between HCF and LCM. Kalau yang ini yang di atasnya tadi masih bisa menggunakan division method, dan itu pun juga kalau kalian mau, ataupun continuous division method ya. Karena apa? Ini masih bisa digunakan dengan cara yang itu, tapi caranya bakalan lama, prosesnya lama sebelum ketemu jawaban. Maka dari itu, Mister lebih condong menggunakan continuous division method. Maksudnya relation between HCF and LCM. Nah, untuk kasus yang ini tidak ada cara lain selain menggunakan itu. Jadi, langsung saja HCF-nya adalah product of two numbers divided by LCM. Jadi, product of two numbers adalah 1564 dibagi dengan 782. Berapa hasilnya? Ya, jadi jika latihan soal kalian bisa menggunakan kalkulator, tidak masalah, yang penting kalian tahu caranya ya. Jadi hasilnya adalah 2. Oke, A. Yang penting paham dulu prosesnya ya. Next, the product of two number is, nah ini juga sama. Jadi pakai cara yang tadi. Jadi langsung saja LCM-nya bisa dicari dengan cara membagi product of two numbers. Jadi 7776, 7776 dibagi dengan 36. Itulah hasil dari HCF-nya. LCM-nya. Jadi hasilnya adalah 216 ya. Next. Selanjutnya, soal berikutnya. Soal berikutnya kita punya soal wow. Ini sama. Gini tidak bisa menggunakan relation between HCF and LCM karena hanya tahu nilai A dan B atau bilangan pertama dan kedua aja. Jadi caranya harus menggunakan continuous division method. Jadi kembali yang paling besar menjadi dividend. Jadi 1520-nya jadi dividend dan 1045-nya jadi divisor. Ya. 1045-nya. Nah, dibagi ini 1 jadi dapatnya 1045. Oh, sorry. Ulang aja ya. Jadi 1520 dibagi 1045. Nah, hasilnya ini 1 jadi 1045 dikurangi aja langsung. Ya, 1520 dikurangi 1045. Hasilnya menjadi 475. Karena belum 0, kembali dilanjutkan ya. Jadi yang sekarang jadi dividennya 1045-nya. 1045 ya. Jadi yang divisornya adalah 475. Ini dikali 2 aja, kita dapatnya 950. Jadi dikurangi 1045 dikurangi 950, dapatnya jadinya 95. Nah, habis itu karena belum selesai, belum dapat 0, berarti lanjut 475-nya yang jadi dividen dan 95-nya yang jadi divisor. Nah, sekarang kalau dibagi, ini kita dapat 5. Jadi 475. Dikurangi hasilnya 0. Nah, karena sudah 0, jadi jawabannya adalah HCF-nya itu sama dengan pembagi terakhir atau the last divisor. The last divisor in this case is 95. So the answer is 95. Okay, I hope you understand about all explanation for this exercise. Semoga.
Okay, I think that's all my explanation about the answer of the previous exercise. Exercise about chapter 1 and chapter 2. If you still have question about this topic, you can write your question in the comment column. And for today, I think that is enough. I would like to say thank you for your attention and have a nice day. See you again with me in the next video. Bye.